In this video, we are going to paint the same scene in 3 different styles. Thank you so much for your comments and suggestions regarding how to paint the scene from the previous drawing video. It was so nice and inspiring to read your ideas. I couldn't choose one style and frankly was curious to try a few of your suggestions. So, in today's video, I thought of painting 3 quick sketches in different styles. One only with ink, one with ink and a bit of watercolor on the fountain and umbrellas as you suggested, and one only with watercolor. It was a great experiment to see how different the mood turns out depending on the style and the color choice. These are very quick sketches, super spontaneous, so let's see how this goes. And now I'll take the paper so we can have a nice clean border between the sketches. So, in the first sketch, I will start painting only with ink. For this, I will mainly use this cute ink over here from Herbin. The color is called Gris Nuage. For the darker values, I will use my Noodler's black ink. I add a bit of ink in the palette and then dilute it with clean water. In this way, we can get lighter values using the same ink. Then I can continue with painting the nice shadow on the right. And oops, I think I didn't wait enough time for the pen sketch to dry, so now the ink is flowing on the paper. It's the first time I try painting only with ink, so I really don't know what to expect. So, as you see, I try to suggest the different volumes in the scene by painting the areas in shadow. I'm slowly building up more depth using more layers of ink and also some dark ink. It's so nice how the black ink is flowing in the grey ink. The grey one is more diluted than the black one. I love how the ink flows in unpredictable ways, a bit like watercolor. It creates all sorts of different textures. Now let's see how the second sketch goes. In this one, I want to use both ink and watercolor. The ink mostly to build up the shadow, and the watercolor on the fountain and on the red umbrellas as some of you suggested. Thank you so much for all your suggestions. They are so inspiring to read, and it's so nice to see so many different ideas. Now let's see how it looks only with watercolor. Well, pen and watercolor actually. I was doing these sketches very quickly, so I forgot to change the brush to one that holds a bit more water. I'll start by painting the blue sky with a light wash of cobalt blue. Then, I continue with suggesting the warm stone facade with a bit of raw sienna. The ink from the initial pen sketch is still dispersing. My guess is that I should have waited a little longer to completely dry. Here I'm creating a dark mix to paint the shadow in the foreground, and I'm using the classic combination of burnt sienna together with French ultramarine, but I'll also add a bit of red. It was very fun to try painting the same scene in 3 different styles. My favorite one is the one in the middle. I like the general warm tone of it, and I think the green from the fountain is in a nice contrast with the warm browns and reds. I also like a lot the one only with ink that is more monochromatic, more black and white. I think it has a strong contrast and a big painting could turn out very dramatic. The one only with watercolor, well, pen and watercolor, is the one that I feel most comfortable with as a style. But I think it's nice and fun to try different style combinations because you never know what you like more until you try. Let me know in a comment below if you've enjoyed this video, which one do you like the most, and I really hope you'll give this exercise a try.